Not interested in allowing the truth to be presented to the American people. The House Republicans have become the cover-up caucus. Certainly, Liz Cheney has taken a different approach. She's not putting forth the big lie. She's going to defend the rule of law. That's what the Democratic members of the Select Committee are going to do. And we'll see what happens over the next few days in terms of whether Pelosi decides to make any additional appointments.
Welcome back to the Clay and Buck Show. I'm Buck. He's Clay. And that was Representative Jeffries praising Republican Liz Cheney and Republican, of course, Adam Kinzinger, also coming in for a lot of praise from Democrats these days, for being those Republicans who get a pat on the head from the Democrats for helping go along with this commission that, to me, it couldn't be any more obvious, Clay. The Biden administration, especially given this COVID moment of panic that they're going through right now in mid-July, after the mass vaccination campaign for many, many months, they have no victory to celebrate. There's nothing they can point to and say, oh, look what an amazing job we've done. I mean, yeah, more people are vaccinated. COVID's gotten, but that was already in process of happening when they took over. It's not as good as they said it would be. So what do they want to do? They want to have Pelosi having this hand-picked January 6th insurrection commission to try to distract folks. That's what's going on.
Well, I think there's a subtle desperation. And we haven't talked about this, but you and I were texting with the show crew. The overall goodwill, optimism has declined 20% in this country over the past couple of months. Why is that? I think because the Biden administration came in, and what was their number one thing they told all of us, Buck? We're going to fix COVID. Even if it wasn't true, and even if the vaccine was already rolling out under Trump and everything else, their idea was, hey, by July 4th, if you listen to us, everything will be fine. And by the way, we basically hit Joe Biden's goal of 70% of adults 18 and up to get at least one shot of COVID. I don't know what percentage, 68% or whatever we are at 18 and ups. And when you actually look at that, what I think the Democrats are desperate as they are looking at all the data is they're saying, oh my God, we are rolling back potentially to more COVID related craziness. And that's all they have to rely on. The border's a mess. Murders are skyrocketing. Inflation, as you said, going to break, starting to rise as well. This infrastructure deal is crap, as anyone with a functional brain can see. The budget's going to blow out and make inflation worse. Joe Biden is Jimmy Carter 2.0, and COVID is his sort of, it's the weight that's going to continue to pull him down, because his number one goal, in addition to the bipartisan joke, right? I'm going to make America bipartisan again, and people are going to get along, and I'm going to restore the soul of the nation, or whatever he tried to sell us on. All of that is not true. And his one big thing was, I'm going to fix COVID. I'm going to listen to the experts and everything else. And guess what? We're headed for, I think, another spike in the fall. COVID's here to stay. Biden didn't do anything to get rid of it.
And yet the media wants you to think that somehow you can't see what's going on and come to your own conclusions. It's all so much better because Joe Biden is in charge. This was always a laughable proposition.